Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Random Talks.
Yeah.
And today I have with me Sanju.
Yes. Sanju
Right.
here.
So, just to give a bit more context, could you tell about your backstory?
Um, yeah, man. I started working in different companies actually. Like started with BPO, then moved to a shipping company. So I was in Bangalore for like working for a company for 3 years. Then I moved to Saudi Arabia.
Mm,
So my parents were in Saudi Arabia for a long time. So I went there to stay with them.
mm,
But again, I got like good job opportunity there. So I started working there for a shipping company. I worked there for 2 years.
mm.
So then I was like, I got my job, same job transferred to Mumbai. So Mumbai was like too tough for me, too hard for me to, you know, see a life there.
How
So
long were you in Mumbai?
I was in Mumbai for 2 years. Wait, Prosper, no. I was in Mumbai for 2 years.
Yeah.
So just before Corona time, I was lucky to get out from there
Mm,
and move to mountains. So right now in Kodaikanal with
right.
all of the doggies. Wait, legacy,
Legacy.
legacy, please, legacy, yes.
Yeah. So I'm curious to know how did you make this transition? No, like you were living a more straightforward life in Dubai, in Mumbai, in like a corporate job,
Yeah.
and now you live here in these mountains, like surrounded by so many animals, right? So, how did this transition happen?
Um, I think the transition was like this is what I wanted from long time. Being
Mm,
frank, from
mm,
at least 15 years, I wanted to settle down in a mountain,
mm,
get a small place, do
mm,
farming, like have a lot of pets.
mm,
But like I was part of a society, and parents like they were
mm,
like they wanted
right.
something else out of me. So I was like trying to compromise my desire, my dream for all that.
Mm,
But it's like my desire was so strong, the universe was breaking me wherever I go. It's like no,
mm,
no, not that. Come back.
mm,
So finally, I started reading books. Then I started sitting with myself, asking myself like what I really need in my life.
mm,
So this transition was like taken care with books, with good people, and with good knowledge also.
mm,
So there was a point where I was like asking myself, what are the basic necessities of a life, any life?
right.
Could be tree, could be dog, or any life. What is the basic necessities? It's like food, shelter, freedom, love, happiness. So these are
Mm,
the basic.
mm,
So I was asking myself, I was in Mumbai that time. So I was asking myself, do I have all this?
mm,
Like happiness, yeah, here and there, little bit.
mm,
Freedom, no, never. I'm a slave, I have to go work like 10 hours, even though I get paid like a lot, but they want me to go there, like leave my freedom, be a slave, so that, you know,
mm,
then what is it? Good food, water, you cannot expect all that in Mumbai.
right.
So being in Mumbai, having this realization was like very powerful.
Mm,
So I had to get out from that. Like with this knowledge, with this realization, I couldn't be there. Now
mm,
I hardly I see a happy life. People
mm,
are in so much struggle. Like they travel 4 hours of train just to come and work. Then they
mm,
get screwed up by the supervisor.
right.
So I was able to see all this out like from the outside the loop. So I
Mm,
was looking at the loop from a outsider point of view,
right.
even though I was in, but I really wanted to get out from it.
Mm,
So finally, the corona came, and wow,
mm.
it happened.
Sweet man. So you have been living here in Manavanur for like 2 years now,
Yeah, 2.5. Yeah,
2.5 years
yeah,
now. So how has this journey been?
beautiful, bro. Couldn't ask for more. It's like
Mm,
this is what I wanted. So that feeling of getting it done and living that life is amazing.
right.
Like, yeah, man, I'm so free. I'm so much in love. I get
Mm,
good food, good air, good water,
mm.
like good people around.
And lots of love, man. Like
Yeah,
loving dogs, I would say so much.
yeah. He's me.
Yeah. So Way is an exceptionally big lab, man. How did this happen?
I mean, that's what mountains does to you when you get a lot of freedom.
Right.
Like you walk into forest, like
Yeah.
you look around. This is not a like forest, but this is a private land where people cut down trees and do their thing. But if you walk into a forest, you'll see abundance of life. One tree would have fallen down, but still supporting another tree. So that climbing up. So it's like abundance of life. So I
Mm.
feel that's what happens when you have freedom in life.
Mm.
You can go flourish. You somehow get in align with the life source which is there to support you.
Mm.
If you live in with all this, like.
Right.
But somehow, like in society, you're getting disconnected from
Yes.
these things, especially
Mm.
love, freedom, happiness.
Mm.
So you're getting disconnected from the life source which is there to support you actually.
Right.
So after I moved here, it's been amazing. Like I
Mm.
never knew what is lack.
Right.
Everything is there. For
Mm.
fire, there's wood. These guys get it for me.
Right.
Everything, good water, good air,
Mm.
and I stay in a place where there's no network.
Right.
So it's like a complete detox from
Mm.
what
Yeah.
I've been through. And
Mm. So, in fact, there's one interesting realization that I had, no, that you can tell a lot about human society by looking at dogs,
mm,
you know. And so, what I realized is that because humans, we tend to pretend a lot with each others,
true, yeah.
but with dogs, we are actually our natural selves. So, in places where people are unkind and unloving, that nature sort comes through to the dogs. And when you see the local dogs, it's like you can see clearly how they're messed up, and they're scared,
Yeah,
or they
yeah.
don't want to like connect with human beings. And in that ways, I saw probably one of the best places when I was traveling was in Himachal, that
Yeah, man.
the people were also like very beautiful, very loving, very kind. It's like, and then taking, and then I could see that being reflected in the dogs over there, right? And as I was having that thought, one day, then I was like in the city, and then I was just driving around, and then I just noticed, how like people coming out of these IT companies, it's like with all these
I,
chains around their neck with these tags, right? And then you can see the dog is also like on a leash, like never like this, you never see dogs like just happily roaming around here and there. And like in the city, like one of the things that I've noticed with the dogs is that, like if you open the leash, for example, all the owners are scared that my dog will run away,
yeah,
because you're trapping that creature in a sense. Like over here in the mountains, like there's no concept of putting on leash, because we know that our dogs enjoy being with us.
yeah,
And like in fact, like with Tutsi, like even if I go anywhere, like if he will smell me and then find me wherever I am, and that is like true love and connection,
yeah,
right? And yeah, because for me also, one of the things that really enriched my life was the desire to give like a good life to my dogs.
yeah,
And because my dogs, I got them when I was in Gurgaon, and as I started doing my best to try and make their life better, what I noticed is my life also got better.
very true, very true.
As they got more freedom, I also got more freedom, you know. So yeah, just thought of sharing that. Yeah, so could you tell a little bit more about like your place? Like it's called Parudisha, right?
Paradisa.
Parudisa,
Paradisa is paradise. Yeah,
paradise, right? So, and you also have interesting names for all your dogs.
yeah, bro.
Right. So this one is Way, he's the father
Yeah,
of, and that one's Legacy, right?
yeah. So
And
he's way.
yeah.
So I got him when I started this journey. Actually, like I
Mm.
knew I'm gonna stay in a forest
Right.
where like I need to be protected sometime.
Right.
But I wanted a Labrador dog, but not that like normal Labrador dog who
Mm.
like too much of love but no guarding stuff.
Right.
So I named him Way,
Mm.
and from then my life like started changing a lot,
Mm.
like upside down, I would say,
Mm.
just because of the importance of every word you say,
Right.
like Way. So I call out Way when he was a puppy. I call out for him at least 200 300 times, like
Mm.
Way, Way, Way.
Mm.
So my universe has given me like a lot of ways to go through this life, like if I have
Mm.
a problem, like there are 10 ways to solve this problem because all I ask is Way.
Mm.
So from then I've been very conscious on naming, yeah, like
Right.
my puppies.
Mm.
So he is his son.
Right.
So his legacy. Then there is Skyla, and
Mm.
this little one is Prosper.
Prosper.
Yeah,
Nice, man. So I think 2023 should be year of prosperity.
very true, man. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I feel it, man. It's coming.
the energy itself is like, yeah, like very different.
Mm. It's an interesting point that you bring up. No, it's like the power of our words, how these vibrations affect
Yeah.
reality. Because this is another thing that I've seen. No, like as I also started to change my journey, I started to notice all of these things, which earlier would seem very like woo woo to me.
Hmm.
You know, it's like I wouldn't believe in these things
Hmm.
earlier. Like, you know, if someone tells me this, I'll be like, what bullshit, you know. But now I see that, yeah, man, the universe is playing a very active role in life.
Yes.
Like as you said, no, that for you, wherever you were, like the universe was like, no, no, this is not the place for you,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it can be uncomfortable, but the universe is doing it for your progress,
Yes.
right? And so on that note, could you also tell a little about like what's your, like in the last 2.5 years journey been with, you know, working with the universe?
Yeah, man. Like, I feel so blessed. I think that's a privilege you get when you stay closer to nature. It's
Mm.
like Mother Nature. She is capable of giving us whatever we need in life. Just that we have to, what do you learn from patience? I mean, nature. You learn patience from nature. You plant a tree. I mean, sapling. It will not be a tree in 1 week.
Mm.
It'll take its time. So that's what
Right.
nature. When like in 10 years, you will be like, wow, look at this tree. Beautiful, so massive.
Mm.
But it took 10 years time. So nature has that teaching of being patient.
Mm.
Like what we do, what I used to do before, like, used to stress out a lot.
Mm.
Just tiny thing, I'll stress out, I'll overthink, and I create a lot of dramas within me,
Mm.
and that reflects out in my reality, and I
Mm.
blame myself again.
Right.
So now it's like being with nature is like the energy. You look around, you will be like sitting in a thousand trees around. That's also same
Yes.
like human beings. It's life.
Right.
So thousand lives here, but you're sitting in center. You have the energy of this thousand life is very different than thousand human beings.
Yes.
That's why, like, when I go to cities, I can really feel that energy change in cities where
Right.
there's like same thousand life, but here they live in a perfect harmony. They
Mm.
don't, even the animals here, wild animals here, they don't fight with each other.
Mm.
Like bisons, wild boars, they mind their own business and go. So
Mm.
there's no like issues with the
Mm.
life here.
Right.
So, and I'm in a place where like surrounded by trees, wild animals, whatnot, like everything is there.
Mm.
And the harmony and the energy of all these things are perfectly fine. They are like so beautiful,
Mm.
so supportive. So
Mm.
I'm staying in between, like in center of it. So I also get adapted to that same energy,
Mm.
that like calmness, peaceful,
Mm.
love.
Mm.
So that's what happens when you stay in a nature. Like, in like if you read, they'll say you like take a walk in the forest when you feel disconnected. Take a walk at least once in a week.
Mm.
you know so you'll feel connected again.
Right.
You will feel that you're not alone here. You have trees to support you. I've seen trees dancing for me when I want to, like,
Mm.
yeah, if I want a tree to dance, the tree will dance.
Mm.
That's a connection between you and that other life.
Mm.
The all these creatures, all these beings are there to support me in my journey.
Right.
I feel I am the center of my universe.
Yes.
Like for you, it could be a different color. For me, it could be a different color because our universe is different. For me, I am the center of universe as a human being with the power of thinking, with the power of speaking, with the power of action.
Mm.
These guys cannot do all that. Like,
Mm. But they're probably the center of their universe.
oh yeah, if they have a life, yeah, yes,
Yeah, like for him, that branch is like, you know, important part of his here and now reality, you know.
very true.
Yeah. And yeah, I think the amazing beings, you know,
Yeah, bro.
like,
I mean, I'm so blessed.
yeah, just being in their energy is also quite an amazing
Yes,
feeling,
yes,
you know. I feel for anyone who is coming, who is sort of out of harmony, just spending some time with not just the trees but also with the dogs, especially with the lab energy,
yeah.
Yeah, it's also quite a beautiful thing.
Very true.
Yeah. So, what is your vision for your place, Parudisa?
Um, I didn't okay. I didn't have a bigger vision first of all. Like
Hmm?
before, I didn't know about this. Like
Right.
how powerful your dream could be, and
Right.
or your desire could be.
Hmm.
So my dream was like a mountain, a
Hmm.
small hut
Right.
with a no issues life. Like with the I didn't want like money or anything.
Hmm.
I wanted exactly this, like somewhere middle in the forest
Right.
where there's no people, no network.
Hmm.
So this is what I asked before 15 years. Like yeah.
Hmm.
So now I started building a vision like a place where people can come and find themselves in as their home.
Hmm.
Like not everyone can come over and risk everything and buy a land and start this.
Right.
But if there is somebody who's doing it for 100 people,
Hmm.
that's amazing.
Right.
They have somebody to come like
Hmm.
yeah whenever they're I know like city life is going to be so hard.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be like a game we used to play, like
Right.
so a lot of people are going to have this realization. It's like the energy.
Hmm.
Yeah, the energy of the earth itself is like realizing, making a lot of people realize that no, this shit is not good for you.
Hmm.
Better you do something else.
Right.
So I'm building a place where people can rely on and come anytime
Hmm.
and help them with like some basic
Hmm.
process like meditation, or how powerful your word is, how powerful your thoughts are.
Hmm.
Yeah, this so small tiny things can really change a person's life.
Right.
People, when you know how powerful your thought is, you'll be
Right.
very careful of your thinking.
Hmm.
Nobody like tells you, like teach you in that in school, or your parents, nobody has told you like they
Right.
have asked you to think, but how
Hmm.
to think or how powerful a thought, one single thought could be.
Hmm.
So imagine 60, 70,000 thoughts for a person on a daily. It's like mental.
Right.
So whomever comes here, I'll give them this like small tiny piece of
Hmm.
knowledge that your thoughts, your words, then your actions.
Hmm.
People mostly care about their actions and words. Thoughts, though, no. Only
Hmm.
I know that what I'm thinking, no, so it's fine.
Right.
So yeah, I like to give this small, tiny information or knowledge to people.
Hmm.
But my only vision is like my ambition is next time when I see them, they should have a like a proper billionaire smile, like
Hmm.
super happy kind of stuff. We are
Right.
here to do that, like live a happy life,
Right.
live in freedom,
Hmm.
do whatever you want. Yeah, just yeah, in a nice way.
Nice. So I just have like one last question for you for now,
Mm.
which is that I see that, I think there are many people who also have a similar dream of,
Yes, yeah.
wanting to move out of the city and, it's like live in nature and live in harmony.
I remember in Gaia, like whomever comes here, they were like, "Bro, you're living a dream life,"
Yeah.
and he'll be like, "Bro, you also start living here," Yeah, man. A lot of people have the same.
Right.
Yeah,
So, what would you like, for some of them who are thinking that it's hard or like almost impossible for them to, like, they somehow feel somewhere that this dream can only be a dream, it cannot be my reality,
true. Yeah,
because they feel they're caught in like many things. To such people, what would you say?
I've been there too. It's like from 15 years, I wanted to do this,
Mm.
but I was like keeping it.
Mm.
Prospano, good
Yeah.
girl, baby. So I was like holding it for a
Mm.
next year or after this, after that.
Mm.
So it took me like 15 years to
Mm.
be now, like be what I am now.
Right.
I'm the happiest person now. Like I'm no like so. If I had taken that risk, not risk, but you take the first
It
step.
feels like it at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
point, it
very
feels
true,
like a
very
risk.
true. I mean, the society, everyone is like making you. When I was like buying it, even my best friends, everyone told like, dude, you going crazy, you're mad.
Mm.
This is not the way to live.
Mm.
But
Right.
only I know what I want in life. I
Mm.
know what is my happiness. So it's about taking that first step.
Mm.
It's like risk it.
Right.
Yeah, you cannot like. There are a lot of people who comes here to buy lands. They will like they have a job in hand. Like then they come here for 2 3 days, look out for a land.
Mm.
Nothing happens. They go back. So
Mm.
what I did is I risked it. I was like, no, fucking, I'm not doing it. Then I
Mm.
came to mountains.
You burnt all your boats.
Yes,
Like there's no other option. This is
exactly.
the only thing to do.
So universe was like, oh yes,
Mm.
awesome.
Mm.
You don't doubt me.
Right.
So I took the first step, then everything like was following me. So
Mm.
that's all you need to do in life. Like, if you want to do it, take the first step, then
Mm.
see how it goes.
Mm.
So you cannot be in two boats. Maybe you can, but it takes long time.
Take the plunge, have some courage.
Yeah.
Like I would completely agree with that, because for me as well, like my life truly started to blossom after I quit my first job, you know and I had to take that plunge. And only after I did that, then the universe started magic in my life,
Wow.
giving me all kinds of rewards for doing that. But until I did that, I was very scared. But after I finally like quit my first job, and then I took that plunge and I started truly living, which
Yes.
is the doing of what you really want to do, right?
Yeah.
And that is when the universe started to like reward me one by one, one by one, one by one. And then over time it just more and more and more, and now it's like magic is like a given
Yeah.
in life. It's like I wake up and I expect magical things to happen.
Very true, man. Like that's a way to be. Like we are magicians, human beings,
Mm.
truly magicians. They can do anything. Like what this manifestation, everything is like so powerful, so very easy to do.
Right.
Like people struggle so much, people go around so much,
Mm.
but if you have this tiny knowledge, like you go 3 rounds and 7 rounds will run for you.
Right.
So get to know these basics, like read books.
Mm.
Yeah.
On that note, could you suggest a few books from your side which you think are really good for people?
Oh yeah. uh, Secret
Mm.
by Rhonda Byrne.
Mm.
It's like one of the best
Yeah.
books. And like The Secret, it's an amazing book. It should be like a religious, like like a Bible or a Ramayana, like where people read it every day. This books say like these books are like that. You cannot get over in one reading. You can read it every day. Like whenever you have a downfall in life, you just read one like page
Mm.
that will give you, oh yeah.
Right.
So Secret is one book, and second one is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind.
Mm.
um, and the third one is Secret of Millionaire's Mind.
Right.
That's an amazing book. So if you want to be rich, if you want to be a sadhu, then it's okay, don't read it. But if you want to be rich and if you want to do magics in life with money, please do read that book. That book talks about basic concepts, basic
Like
things.
you get to understand your own mind,
Exactly.
like what are the patterns that you just got from your parents and from society, which you're thinking are real, but once you read that book you just realize that, oh, this is my pattern.
Yeah.
Right. And then he kind of like puts it very clearly.
Very basic. It's very good to read, and such a surprising information if you are like above 30, 40. It's like,
Right.
fuck, why didn't I knew this before?
Yeah.
So I had that feeling, and after I read that book, my financial life started. As I said, I didn't want no money. Like I wanted a place
Mm.
where there's no money exists. Only love.
Right.
But my universe has taken me through a journey where it taught me, like, dude, your thinking is wrong.
Mm.
Money is a tool, like you say. Like money is a
Right.
tool which there to help each other. I mean, like if I have a lot of money, what I do, like I feed them good food, I help my friends, I
Mm.
make good, you know environment for people around, for
Mm.
the earth.
Right.
So after I read this book, I understood, oh man, like this is why money is not coming to me. I'll tell you, like most of the people who works, they know they're gonna get the salary at the month of the end, and they know they're gonna be happy only for 2 3 days until the EMIs everything cut down.
Mm.
So this book talks about that also. It doesn't tell you to quit your job and start a business next day. If you once you change your patterns like that, obviously, you when you have a energy which is like standing against the money energy,
Mm.
the money wouldn't come in. Maybe it'll come in and it'll go off.
Right.
So that's why people say money doesn't stay with me,
Mm.
because your financial blueprint, it says.
Yeah.
So it is so bad that money cannot stay with you. Like it has to go out. So once you change the small patterns within you, like within your thoughts, within your words, so this energy will start coming to you forever. It's keep
Mm.
coming. So this is an amazing book, Secret of Millionaire's Mind. It's been translated to 45 languages. 2 billion people have read it. So if you're not rich, either the 45 billion people are wrong, or you are. So other one is Atomic Habits. That also is a beautiful book.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, read 4 5 books, man. That's it. Like,
Mm.
then you can, if you want, you can read more. But these are
Just
the,
wanted some good suggestions from you.
yeah, these
Like,
are the basic books which talks about how your life is. Like, there's
mm,
nothing coincidence in life. Everything
mm,
is planned by you without you knowing it.
right. So if I could just put that in a meta concept, probably if I could say like you upgrade your mind and you upgrade your life,
Exactly.
right?
It's like, you can, if you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
Yeah.
So simple. So we are magicians. Live like magicians, gods.
Awesome, man. On that note, thank you so much
Oh, you're
for
welcome, bro.
this conversation. And yeah, sweet. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
See you. Thank you for being with us.